Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be making a video on programming with Scratch. If you've seen my last video, you will know that I showed you how to download a software that could help you make easy programs or games, or simple programs or games, 2D games in fact. Um, but today I'm going to be showing you how to use the actual software because it doesn't help you have it on your computer and you have no clue where to start. And in the next sequence of videos, I'm going to be showing you how to make programs, each one gradually increasing with difficulty. But eventually, you're going to be able to make your own program that can perform tasks that you wanted to and not tasks that you found on YouTube or something like that. But you can also make a game, any game you want. You can even make Pac-Man with Scratch if you have enough time on your hands. But yeah, you'll at the end of the sequence of videos, you'll be able to do either one of those. So we're gonna go ahead and open Scratch. Now, if you open Scratch, you'll see that this is your default page. If you haven't already played around with Scratch, but this is your default page, and one of the first things you notice on your default page is this cat over here. This cat's name is Scratch, hence the name of the program, Scratch. But this cat is special. He's going to be animated. Well, he doesn't have to be animated, but this is our default sprite. So a sprite is basically anything you add here that will be animated. And it will be animated by scripts. And scripts is basically a puzzle of coding you're going to make. But don't worry, it's very easy because the Scratch, well, the people who made Scratch, the Scratch team, have made it very easy for us to just add on to this puzzle. So we're going to start with Scratch. Now, if you go into the control tab over here, which I'm already in, you will see these blocks. Now these blocks are different to all the other blocks you will see because they are hat blocks. They are like the corner pieces on a puzzle. They're the starting pieces. So just pull in your first hat block here. We're going to use the when green flag is clicked for now. This when green flag is clicked is basically going to activate whatever coding we have under this block, which is going to allow this guy to be animated. So I'm going to go ahead and put a simple task in here. You're going to go to motion tab and go move 10 steps. Now this is really simple. This is one piece, and if I click the green flag, you will see he will move. Now it's not a lot, it's not much. He moved, he just glided basically, but that's what it does. Okay, so you want more. You said you don't want a program that just makes a cat move across the screen. So we're going to go back to control and we're going to go repeat. Now this is going to repeat this action 10 times. And you can also change these values, but I'm just going to use 10 for now. Now if we click the green flag, you'll see he will move faster and further. But now we have a problem. Next time we do it, there goes our sprite off the screen. And again, eventually he's going to disappear. So we need to get him back here without having to move him every time, and then he gets messed up for where he is. So what you're going to do is you're going to go bring this hat block in, and you can have when space key is pressed or anything you want really, but I'm just going to use space key for now. Now you're going to add a go to block. Now this will make your sprite go to whatever coordinates you want it to. You're going to move him back to where you want it to start, and now you're going to take your coordinates, which are -19 on the x-axis and -16 on the y-axis. So now when we press spacebar, he will move back to here. So I'm quickly going to show you this. Now he's moved forward, and if we press spacebar, he moves back. So now we've basically created a simple program, technically a simple program, where our sprite can be animated. But like I said before, you want more. You don't want a program that just moves a cat across the screen. So we're going to move this cat across the screen, but make it more interesting. So first of all, we're going to change our background. This is your background. Well, this is your stage, and here's your backgrounds. So you're going to click import, and you've got a whole bunch of backgrounds already here from Scratch. You can also import your own, but I'm just going to use one from Scratch for now. Let's say Scratch is a cat, so let's put him in the woods. There we go. Okay, or put him back there. We'll just press spacebar to get him where he was. now our Scratch will move across some more interesting background at least. But still, this is not exactly what you were hoping for when you saw programming. So we're going to go and do something more complicated than this. If you're lost at the moment, then go back and watch the video from the start again, because now it's going to get a bit more hard. A bit more difficult, should I say. So we're going to add our hat block. We're just going to say when sprite 1 is clicked. Now this is sprite 1. And basically we're going to make our Scratch a human calculator. So we're going to make him calculate how old you are. So all you're going to need to do is input your data, well, the year you were born, and if you, depending on the program you want, the current year. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. I'll explain to you why now. But we first need to make him ask for your year that you were born. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to go sensing and pull out this ask tab. And you're just going to click in here and write let's just say, what was your year of birth? What was your year of birth? Now, this is for the people at OCD. Now, our sprite will ask, what was your year of birth? Well, when you click him, what was your year of birth? And you'll simply type it in there, but obviously he's not going to do anything now because there's no other coding. So now what was your year of birth? Now we need to store this information given by the user somewhere. So we're going to go to the variables tab, and we're going to create a variable called year of birth. Now this is going to store the information that the user puts in. So let's say we try again. Let's say random number. As you'll see here, it doesn't do anything still. Now you're wondering why. This was supposed to store the information. And then you see this. Set year of birth to 0. Now, most of you might be wondering why 0. It's not going to be 0. You're going to go back to sensing where you got the ask tab, and you're going to take this here, this answer tab. Now whatever your answer was here, it will set the year of birth to that answer. So we're going to go ahead and try again. Just type in random numbers again. Now as you'll see, it's input this information that I typed over there. Now that is stored. That is there on the computer until we restart the program. But it's still not calculating our year or our age. So if you think logically, if someone had to give you the year they were born in, how would you calculate how old they are? You would minus the year they were born in from the current year. So that's exactly what we're going to do. First we need to know the current year, I suppose. But let's say you just want to create a program to show your friends, and you don't need to really ask for the current year, because then you can just input 2015 or whatever year you're currently in. But I'm just going to go and do the more complicated way for now. You're going to ask, what is the current year? And now, as you know, we need to create another variable for this information to be stored. So we're just going to call this current year. And this is still not enough. Now we need to go set current year, and if you remember from this one, we need to add answer to whatever this is going to be. Now we've got another variable there. So now that will set the year of birth and current year. But still, this, as you will see now, I will show you what was your year of birth. Let's say 2000, when they thought the world was going to end, and let's give the current year. Still not going to give you age. So as you can see, this should be 15, but it doesn't give you age. So now, like I said, we need to minus the 2. So you're going to go, you're going to minus the current year, the year of birth, and the current year. Now you wonder, where do we put this minus operation? Can't put it in there, can't put it in here. We need to make an answer variable. So instead of answer, we're going to call it age. Now, this age variable is equal to year of birth minus current year. So we're going to add set age to year of birth minus current year. And now we've basically got a program. But if we, like I said again, if we type this information again, 2015, it still says minus 15. I'm sorry because I did this wrong way around. Hold on. Now this should work. Oh, why does this keep flipping this around? There we go. Okay, I don't know why they flipped that around, but anyway. 2000 minus 2015 should equal, there we go, now we got our age. But as you see, we don't want it to say up there, because if we want to hide these variables, how are we going to know? So we're going to make our sprite broadcast this. So we're going to say, but now we don't know the answer, so what should we do? We will add the variable age once again. So whenever you have a sprite that's going to say a variable, you need to put the variable in that tab. So we'll say age for 2 seconds. Now our simple program is done. So we're going to click on Scratch, and let's just use 2000 again, and 2015. 15 years old. Let's try again. Let's say 2001. Now this should be 14. We say 2015, 14 years old. So you see, and you don't have to do it. You can click on your sprite frame to show the stuff. But yeah, that's the simple program that we've made, and hopefully you understand now how this works. But we haven't used sound and pen yet. But we'll go, and motion, we'll go into that more in detail next time. But at the moment, if you understand this, you'll be okay to make simple programs like sprite moving across the screen or somewhere around the screen. And you can also go experiment by yourself with the motion tab and sensing tab, and you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. It's really not that hard, but if you want more of a challenge, then tune in for the next video, and I will show you something a bit more challenging. And the next video after that will be a bit more challenging, until eventually you understand how Scratch works, and you can make anything by the click of your fingers to do any task you really want. So Scratch is really handy in that sense. It's good to learn. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share to your friends, and stay tuned for next week's video.